A very good afternoon and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. To the new subscribers, please welcome. I feel welcome, and for those who are watching for the first time, let me just quickly remind you that please don't forget to subscribe. After watching the videos from the beginning up to end, the only thing that will allow you to see these videos once again that has been posted by Bonita Media is by subscribing. And you can also like, you can share, and then you drop me your comment in the comment section so that I can also know what you think or what is your take concerning the video that we've talked about, concerning what you've watched. And if you really like it, you can also tell me. Now, there are two things that I would like to talk about. Number one, I want to discuss. We've been talking about this issue of ODM party. What's next? Because the party, of course, we know that the party leader, the party organ, that is the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, is late. And according to a lot of people have been saying that Raila Odinga left the party without giving it direction. And that is why everybody right now is working so hard on how they can be heard. And this thing is with the Kisii governor, that is Simba Arati. Simba Arati is talking about something here which I would like us to listen to. And also another thing that I would like to discuss is the issue of what is happening in Easteligh. I've watched the chaos in Easteligh. It is not the first time that these things are happening. So let us watch first the statement that has been made by Simba Arati, and then we talk about it before we jump into the next story of the happening in Easteligh. Listen to Simba Arati.
Unajua mimi naitwa Simba Arati, gavana wa Kisii na deputy party leader wa chama cha ODM. Nimesema tumetoka Bondo kupeana pole kwa mama Aida, na nimesema kwamba sasa tumeanza celebration za maisha ya baba aliyoishi hapa duniani. Tumesema kwamba baba aende salama, na chama cha ODM kitasimama imara. Eti kuna watu watauza chama, hakuna. Mimi kama deputy party leader tumeambia William Ruto, Mheshimiwa William Ruto, tumemwambia yeye alikuwa katika chama cha ODM. Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, hata Kalonzo walikuwa ODM. Tunamwambia kumpea heshima baba, wao wakuje kutoka pale, tujiunge pamoja katika ODM, tupeana katika 2027. Chama cha ODM lazima kishinde kura 2027 ndiposa baba atubariki tukiendelea mbele. Kisumu, mko tayari? Hebu nisikie ODM. ODM. Kwa hivyo hii wimbo inasema kwamba mimi mnikubalie tu niomboleze nikisikia kwamba baba come home, Jacom come home. Ilikuwa ni kwenda yeye kule ngamba akitibiwa. Naomba tafadhali tuombee jamii hiyo na familia ya baba Raila Odinga. Kijana wewe, mkae tayari. Kwa hivyo tunaimba pande hii, tunaenda mpaka Nyamasaria. Wale ambao watakuwa pale tutasalimiana wao, tupeane t-shirt za chama cha ODM, watu ndio warudi nyumbani. Asanteni na Mungu awe na ninyi.
Now, let us talk like let us just talk like fellow Kenyans, like Kenyans who might be affected with the political clash between these leaders, because everyone is struggling. We know that nothing happens in politics. Everything that happens in politics are normally well planned, well scripted, and then now it's being given to somebody who is very much vocal, who people knows very well that can speak on their behalf. Or somebody who is on the forefront. So they, whenever you listen to people talking, you know very well that if this person is mentioning this, then there is a force behind it. Now, Simbarati has mentioned two things. Two people, literally, actually three people. Simbarati has mentioned Kalonzo Musyoka. He has also mentioned William Samoei Ruto, the president, and the former president, that is Uhuru Kenyatta. And in fact, what this man is saying, this guy is saying that ODM has welcomed them. So in short, he's saying that they should come back. And it is not the first time that Simbarati is mentioning the issue of William Ruto coming back to ODM. Remember, immediately after the death of Raila Odinga, Simbarati said that right now ODM has got no one. So the person that can come and vie for the presidency under ODM party is William Ruto. So I was like, remember I asked this question, the majority of you told me in the comment section that Simbarati is one fella who is totally confused. And I think I can agree with you at some point that people like LM254, I can agree with you on this, and JB, that Simbarati Sambawli is a guy who is 50-50. On the other hand, some months back, you heard him talking about the issue of Matiang'i, saying that he's going to support Fred Matiang'i, and this time round, one of the Kisii guys must also be on the table for the discussion of the presidency. Now, right now, he's calling upon Kalonzo Musyoka, is calling upon William Ruto, and also calling upon Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. One thing, I want us to discuss these people one by one. They are coming back to ODM. How is it going to affect? How is it going to be a benefactor, or how is it going to benefit the people of ODM? Number one, we start with Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka has a party, and his party is Wiper. So you can't tell me that Kalonzo will ignore his Wiper party and then come back to ODM, a party that he has never been part of. Yes, we know that they are the Ford and the Kanu brothers, but now coming back, and then you want him to join a party, yet when Raila Odinga, the owner of the party, was alive, he did not join, is something else. Or of course, you know, somebody like Rigathi Gachagua has really captured Mount Kenya. All of us knows that. He has captured Mount Kenya, and everybody knows very well that Rigathi Gachagua with Mount Kenya, you can't separate them. And then you see even the politics that is being played in Mount Kenya, the politics that Rigathi Gachagua is playing is a do and die. Is doing a do and die politics, whereby if you can't if you can't sing our song, or if you can't go with our narrative, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get to be voted in Mount Kenya. Why? Because Rigathi Gachagua feels like, I don't know whether we're on the same page, but I think I've been talking with different people, and even the community themselves have been telling me that, Boni, you know, Rigathi Gachagua is one guy who feels like he knows everything. Yes, he's a good politician, and if there was the right time for Rigathi Gachagua to show his maturity in politics, is this time that we don't have any opposition leader. Rigathi Gachagua could have used this opportunity, can use this opportunity and do things that maybe he wanted to do in politics. Because look at it, you can't tell me that there is anybody who can be in opposition. Yes, he has got ideas, but now how is putting these ideas together? He knows how to mobilize people. You know, for you to be a good opposition, you have to be a mobilizer. Now, for you to mobilize people the way Rigathi Gachagua is doing is not easy. We have to give him credit on that. We have to give him credit on that. That part is very much perfect. He knows how to do it. But now, what he's doing next after that? That is the problem. That is where the problem is coming from. The question should be, after gathering these people together, what am I doing next? What is it that I'm doing next that is going to make these people to remain with me? That is going to make these people is going to make us maintain this thing. The problem is not, the problem I normally say that the problem is not bringing people together. The problem is, can you feed them? Can you give them what they want every day and every now and then? It is not that we are praising somebody or what, but look at the way Raila Odinga used to do his politics. Raila Odinga used to do his politics in a certain way that sometimes you sit down and you ask yourself, is there anything that this guy gives people that makes people follow him this way? But now the answer was always no. Raila never gave anybody money. I told you that I attended several forums that Raila was when I was working in the media houses and all that. When we were going for the meetings, for the interviews, and I tell you one thing, that Raila was one guy who was not buying love from people with money, because this is what he used to say, that if I give you money and then I call you the next time you'll be coming not because of the work or not because of why I've called you or why you've come. You'll be coming because of the money that I gave you, or because you know very well that you're going to get money. So instead of giving you money to make you always come, let me just do something for once, so that even if you like coming, you come. If you don't like, don't come. So, but now giving people money, it is not that alikuwa stingy. You have to understand, there is a difference between kukuwa stingy and as a politician and buying people. You know what is happening right now with our leaders is that they are buying people. They feel like if we don't give these people money, these people will not love us back. If you don't give these people money, if you don't give them handouts, they call it handouts. If you don't give them handouts, then the love, then the favor that you want from them will not get. And let me tell you something, we have to understand this, that the moment you receive money from a politician, that politician has got the authority to control you the way he wants. Why? Because you've already received money from him. And wacha niseme hii kwa Kiswahili kwamba wajua mtu ambaye anakulisha, mtu yote ambaye anakulisha ana haki ya kukuongoza, yani kukupeleka pale popote ambapo anataka. Atakwambia nenda hivi, utaenda, nenda hivi, utaenda. Kwa sababu gani? Tayari ushakula chakula chake. Yote ambaye anakulisha atakuonesha mambo. Anybody who feeds you has got the ability to control you, because you can't feed yourself. So the fear will be, if I can't feed myself and then suppose this person fails to give me food simply because I've rejected his call, what would happen? That is why it's normally good to depend on yourself. That is why even these politicians, it's good that right now everybody is going to depend on himself. Hakuna ile ya sasa mimi nategemea mtu fulani, mara huyu mtu fulani anajua atakuja kuambia watu kwamba mchague huyu. And I've been saying this over and over again, that this is the reason as to why you're seeing somebody like Babu Owino is really going to thrive. Because it's not like Babu Owino did not depend on Raila Odinga, but Babu Owino had already made his own path. The path that he made, and then combined with the love that came from Raila Odinga, made Babu Owino who he is right now. And that is why everybody, the young generation loves Babu Owino. And I keep on saying this, that you can't do the current politics with the former ideas. Like that, there are two generations, and I'll keep on saying. In fact, every video that I'll be doing, I'll be reminding you this, that we have got two generations. The first generation is the old generation, whereby we have got the old folks. More like Francis Atwoli is there, Wetangula is there, Musalia Mudavadi is there, the president himself is there. Let me just mention, I think people like Rigathi Gachagua is also there, Kalonzo Musyoka is there. People like Jeremiah Kioni are there, Martha Karua is there, JB Muturi is there. All those politicians, all those old politicians, they are on the same bracket. Anyang' Nyong'o, James Orengo, Oburu Odinga, all those guys, they're in the same bracket. So the way those people think is different. So those are the old. In fact, that is a generation. I just mentioned that because there is a generation which was majority was elected by our parents. So and then now we come to the new generation. The new generation, we have got people like Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi, Moses Kajwang. We have got we have a lot of them. Let us just mention somebody. I think Peter Salasi is there. Georgina Tembea is there. There are several of them. People like Wamuchomba is there. There are so many. Now, I think that idea. Now, the difference on these faces is these generations. You see, these Gen Zs, the Gen Zs and the millennials, they want somebody who can resonate with them. Because you can't just wake up in the morning and tell them that, hey, this is what is happening. They'll question you, they'll ask you where, why, and how. And then they go and Google. They have got 3 W's. Where, why, how. In fact, and then the who, the 4 W's. Where, why, how, and who. If you tell them that we want to go to this place, they'll ask you, why are we going there? And then after asking, why are we going there? And then you answer, they will tell you, what are we going to do? After saying, what are we going to do? And then who is going with us? Are you seeing? The W's, why, where, who, and how. When, all those things. So the Gen Zs and the millennials, this is a generation that you can't just lead them the way you think. You can't just tell them that we do this. In fact, that is why you find it's very difficult, even for somebody like the president himself, to capture the attention of these people, because they're very slippery. And the only way that these people can fit under one bracket, if they get a leader who understands them. And that is why unakuja somebody like whenever Babu Owino speaks, when Babu Owino is speaking, watu wanajitokeza, because Babu Owino understands them. Babu Owino resonates with them. You see? The second thing, fellow Kenyans, is the issue of the Easteligh thing. I've seen this thing has been happening in Easteligh, and there was a time that I asked this question. Let me ask it again. Do you really think that these people that are in Easteligh, of course we know very well that the majority of them are not Kenyans, they are Somalis. And if we are not very careful, then Easteligh is going to be turned, actually it has been turned into a city on its own. Because there's a time that I was talking to one of my friends who is a businessman, is doing business in Eastleigh. And the person was like, hey Bonnie, let me tell you something. He's a Kikuyu. And he was telling me that the problem that we have right now is that these guys, they come and then they occupy everything. There's a building that was being built. There's a store that was being built. And then after that, they were told that, okay, you can book as early as now, so that whenever the moment that it will be done, after finishing, you can just get in and start doing your business. And then immediately after that, the building was finished. The building was finished, and then everything was done. The finishing and everything was set. So they were supposed to get into the building to start their businesses. So in that process, they were stopped. And then after being stopped, they asked why. They asked the departments why. Because these businessmen, there's a place they normally report. If you want to get into a building, why, what are you selling, and all that. So they reported. They went there, and then they were told that they should hold on. When they asked why, they were told that all the rooms have been bought. So the question was, why were they bought? And then the owner was like, I'm looking for the highest bidder. Now the highest bidders came and paid twice the amount of money they're supposed to pay as rent. Now these highest bidders were who? They're the same Somalis. So that is how Easteligh is going to be turned. And actually I was watching this video and I really wondered, Easteligh people are fighting. So you wonder, okay, literally what is really happening? Is it that we've reached that point? That is why people like Junet Mohammed and Aden Duale were saying that a time is coming when the Somalis will determine who is going to be the president, the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Okay, one thing I would like to say is that let us just wait. A time is coming when we will know the owner of the song and the thief. But all in all, fellow Kenyans, That is all I had for now. Let me also know what you think in the comment section, but don't forget to drop me a comment. Tell me what you think and where exactly you're watching this video from. But all in all, this confusion that is in ODM, I would like you to tell me, this confusion that is in ODM, how do you think is supposed to come to an end? Because we have got if you've not watched the video that I did, I think on Friday. There's a video that I did on Friday. When was it Friday or Thursday? Yeah, on Thursday. When I was before traveling, I told you that there are three phases. In ODM, there are three phases. There's the first phase that wants to make that wants to make William Ruto happy, because they're the one that are saying that we are in government. That is John Mbadi, Gladys Wanga, people like Ali Hassan Joho. That is the first phase. They are in government. So they were left, Junet Mohammed, they were left in government by Raila. And then we have the second phase. The second phase, these are all the ODM guys. They have got nothing to lose. Orengo, Anyang' Nyong'o, they have nothing to lose. Oburu Odinga, they have nothing to lose. So they'll act as intermediaries between the first phase and the last phase, which contains Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna, Caleb Amisi. You see, so this last phase is the phase carrying people that are going to make ODM thrive, are going to make ODM stand only and only if these other two phases will understand them. But if they will fail to understand them, most of the first phase that wants to praise William Ruto because they have their targets. Gladys Wanga is following William Ruto every now and then because she knows that probably in 2027 she might be given position, or she might be taken to act as William Ruto's deputy president, as he will be vying for the presidency. Because automatically, of course, we know very well that Kithure Kindiki cannot work with William Ruto past 2027. After all, guys, this is my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me know what you think in the comment section, but don't forget to drop me a comment. Tell me what you think and where exactly you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface Awino. Bingo.